We got Varaxus. Is that how you say it? Varaxus. We did have them once when I was like shouting them out. We got one of their works, which was 2504. Oh, so close to one of the that was a milestone stream for sure. But being halfway done with the series 3. 2504. It's a bowl of baby fetus cereal. Yeah. Yep. That's the one. That's the one that we Let's see what you wrote. Well, now Varaxus, you wrote Infictious self-insert. Infictious self-insert. Interesting. Alright, let's get the last one started. Public class Euclid, special contained procedures, SCP-3059 is to be held on site at least 20 meters away from any. And it has a short tail at the end. Oh, great. Then it wasn't, and it definitely was not 25,000 words. But definitely around, it must have been in the 20s because like, the stream is almost 4 hours long and 23,000 was like 4 hours 15 minutes when I focus on reading only. So it probably was around that length. To be held at least on site at least 20 meters away from any and all physical text, fiction and non-fiction. Foundation documentation is not allowed within 50 meters of SCP-3059. No worries, mechanic. I just wonder if like why the website would be so inaccurate, like number-wise. Should any breach in containment occur, the incident must be logged immediately and reported to the current project overseer. SCP-3059 is an 18-year-old Hispanic male named Sam Michaels. SCP-3059 passively affects all fictional and non-fictional literature written and digital within 20 meters of it. Affecting text is ordered to include Sam Michaels, not Son. Sam Michaels in some form or the other. I mean, it is called Infictious self-insert. Like you want to put yourself into something. Yeah, I get it. In some form, the affected text includes because to SCP-3059 being affected at a faster rate. The speed at which the text is altered is tied directly to how close the text is to SCP-3059. Once the text has been in the presence of SCP-3059 for a sufficient amount of time, a character named Sam Michaels will appear within the text. All descriptions of the character have remained identical to the feature of SCP-3059. Eyes, please just work with me here, dude. We're almost there. While some texts do not progress further than Sam Michaels being mentioned, other texts may change to feature it as much more major point within it. The importance of SCP-3059 within the text varies significantly, ranging from simply being named to replacing a major character within the story. Despite these changes, the plot really diverges from the original in major fashion. Not a little bug. Look. It is in fact not a little bug. Where was I? Any changes made to the text are reflected on every single copy of the text produced after The alteration has occurred in certain text, mainly for non-fictional or historical text. Changes to it may also affect other documentation, creating fictitious persons in related media. These fictional people do not actually exist, which with details about them often being obscure and vague, featuring only a single distinguishing feature or feat. Some examples can be seen below. For a current list of all affected texts, please see the current SCP-3059 project overview. Type of text: fiction, fantasy. Title: Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Nice. Author: J.K. Rowling. Harry walked around the other pairs trying to correct those who were doing the spell wrong. Ginny was teamed with Sam Michaels. He was doing very well, whereas Sam was either very bad or unwilling to jinx her. When no other changes made to the text, simply changed the name of the character Michael Corner and minor character to Sam Michaels. Yeah, I get to spellcast with Genie. Type of text: non-fiction. The elements: Theodore Gray, and I have to thank my friend Sam Michaels. It was only with his help and love of the elements that I was able to foster my own. Sadly, he is currently going through great sickness, one that you don't recover from. I wish him luck in dealing with it and what comes after. Theodore Gray's body was found on his home, although the outward appearance of his body possessed no abnormalities. The entire interior of the thoracic cavity had been reduced into a single mass of semi-gelatinous material made from the internal organs. Investigation in the circumstances of his death are currently underway. Oh god, I'm seeing things. Type of text: fictional / historical. 1,000 suspended sons. Khaled Hosseini. My name is Sam. I feel you should know the name of the person who must sorry, do this to you. I know you do not want to be here, and neither do I. The Talib said, but this is my duty, Amir Shira. So please kneel. A Bible verse was interrupted. What do you mean? Mariam said. The Talib looked around in confusion. The gun in his hand replaced with a long knife. My name is Sam Michaels. Who are you? Any confusion? Mariam tore through them all. One of the very few examples where major changes were made to the plot. Alongside these changes were whereas other antagonistic characters were brutally murdered within the presence of Sam Michaels. Dictionary of English Language and Culture. Longman Dictionary. Sam Michaels. Proper noun: the name given to the bleeding vagrant. My name is Sam Michaels. It hurts. It's like being pulled in a million different directions. I don't know where I am in this place. Right? Isn't I don't know where I am. This place isn't right. What have you done to me? Invisible notes. Well, in white. I barely didn't see it until like I almost like knocked out, and then my eyes got like shaky, and I just saw some white line there. Type of text: historical. Piece. Title: redacted. Except of affected title text. Redacted. See addendum 2. Okay. And then 1. Access interview. Okay. Interview SCP-3059. Interviewer Dr. Dartshire. 12/23/2013. Oh, 3 is a big roll here. Good morning, SCP-3059. How are we doing today? Better, I guess. Well, that's good to hear. I'm going to ask you some questions now so we can better understand your affliction and hopefully stop it. Are you okay with that? Sure, I guess. Then let's begin. When did you discover this thing affecting you? I was born on August 15th, 1987. I had a family, a mom and dad, a brother. I remember growing up with them, loving them. I don't know the names of their faces. And now, does this relate to your condition? I was there for 19 years of my life. I know this. I remember this, but everything is always off, I guess. What do you mean by off? I don't belong here. Really? Was there any particular area it hurt? What are you talking about? And what about the bleeding? I never mentioned the bleeding. Any bleeding. We're all bleeding. Uh-oh. I think he is infected now. Dr. Michaels. And then 2, access incident log. Level 4, access required. And that's part of the tale. Which I might have to read off stream because I'm too tired. But let's see how long it is. Incident report -1. Date 13th 10th 2015. Valley of the Kings. Luxor, Egypt. Summary of event. 8:32 AM. Several news outlets in Egypt report the discovery of a new tomb in the Valley of Kings. A location near Luxor, Egypt. The news outlet reported that not only is it one of the largest discoveries, it is mostly untouched. Foundation database intercepted by keyword Sam Michaels and take over operations. 9:47 AM. Foundation operations take over unearthing the tomb. A small exploration team is sent to determine any possible hazards. One of the team returns and gives the go-ahead. A full exploration group manned by MTF-79 mobile rats is formed and sent in. 10:11 AM. Reports from the exploration team begins. The tomb seems unfinished with many dead ends and empty rooms. The tomb and the rooms. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All glyphs found leading up to the main tomb are nonsensical. 11:58 AM. The main tomb is identified immediately in front of the entrance. A corpse is crouched in the doorway. Cause of death is attributed to the spear through the figure's chest. Yeah, I'll do it. Despite the apparent age of the tomb, the corpse appears to have just been killed. Agent Sam Michaels shows no distress of the body. The team continues attempting to open the door. Okay, the team enters the main tomb. Is that supposed to like say something? I don't know why it looks like this. Almost looks like a bee, but it's not. What was I? Now I lost my track. Cause of death is attributed to speed for. The team enters the main tomb. A sarcophagus is found, completely featureless, roughly human-shaped. Made out of iron. The team goes radio silent. That was at 12:17 PM, and now we have 12:34 PM. Secondary team MTF Alpha 6 Sam Michaels reaches. Wait. Oh shit. Sam Michaels has affected the log, so people are now writing. Now the Foundation is writing about him. Reaches the position of the first team. My body is hanging from the ceiling. Dismembered bodies of the remaining MTF members scattered through the room. My body, okay. The limbs of each body, apart from my own, are missing. The head of each body has been decapitated along the eyes. And felt every cut. And then we have a question mark 1888 PM or 1888, yeah. A growing figure is seen as in the distance, a sky of scarlet and expanse filled with grey stone bodies. I do not know what they are. I killed them all. It's still they refuse to die. A cold, dreaded feeling through my chest. I look down. I'm poking through the head of an ornate spear. I know the owner. I look back up, and in front of me, the fence of 6 owls, each staring me down. I feel tears running down my neck. They are not my own. And then I'm falling through my kingdom, and then I'm falling below what I called my home. And then I'm breaking to pieces, and I'm still whole, and I'm falling faster, 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 until it all shatters. And then I am everywhere. Additional notes: test results determine that there's a 98.6% match with SCP-3059. All I see before me are the endless ashes of the fallen. I was once so much. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I'm all that is left. And all I can do is scream. Side director. Okay, let's see here. I just want to open it up. Does it change? It probably changes, right? Makes sense if it's a character, if it's an anomaly that affects your fiction. I just want to make sure that this is not too long. No, I can handle this. Yeah, he's an 18-year-old Hispanic male. Yeah. If I was more energized, I would definitely. What's the major point? What is this? If I was more energized, I would definitely like read each of these variations. But today I'm just. Yeah, I also like when SCPs do that. I'm just gonna read this part and then head to bed because I can feel my body like just wanting to fall asleep. I feel like we did pretty good though for the fact that I'm so tired. Like I didn't like, you know, lose track of what I was reading and all, or like slurred over my words too much. Hopefully, I don't know. Meanwhile, Croesus, taking the oracle in the wrong sense, led his forces into Cappadocia. Fully expecting to defeat Cyrus and destroy the empire of the Persians. While he was still engaged in making preparations for his attack, a Lydian named Sam Michaels, who had always been looked upon as a wise yet strategic man, but who after this obtained a very great name indeed among his countrymen. Does the text change also in the tale, or only in the main log? Came forward and constantly the king in the woods. Thou art about, O king, to make war against men who wear leathern trousers and have all the other garments of leather. Who feed not on what they like, but on what they can get from a soil that is sterile and unkindly. Oh, Herodotus, Historic Book 1. In the 8th month, the Duke had a meeting with the Marquis of Key, the Duke of the Song of the Earl of Sang, the Earl of Zhao, and officer of Zhu. Her name was Sam Michaels, and reported a great sickness. Jean Book for the Duke. 11. Let me just see if this. Nope, this one doesn't change. Okay. Sam Michaels listened to the reasoning and then he asked the messenger how large the country between the Tigers and the Camels might be. A large district, Sam Michaels replied. But it matters not, for I am pulled in all directions at once, and I continue to bleed. Then it dawned upon them the barbarians had sent the man with subtlety in fear lest telephone and Anabasis, book 2nd, chapter 4. God. Item SCP-140. The object class safe. Because SCP-140 is be kept in a secure lock on the site. I assume it goes back here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. SCP is a modern hardcopy book with an unremarkable black binding. The book jacket is missing, but the title, A Chronicle of Devites, is clearly legible. The inside cover is signed by the author, Sam Michaels. The text is copyrighted 19. Careful examination reveals that there are more pages between the bindings that could be contained within them. SCP-140 is detailed accounts of several fictitious ancient civilizations. The most prominent of these civilizations, the Devites, originated in what is now South Central Siberia. The account elaborates on the history of these civilizations up until approximately 480 BC, where the book abruptly ends. Although SCP-140's ink has been positively identified as blood, tests to determine as source have proven inconclusive. Addendum 1, emails. And yeah, just emails 140 log. Date 2017, 11th, 15th, Dr. Michaels to Dr. Michael. So S. Michael 172 and I Sam and one Sam Dr. Sam, yeah. I know the book extra dimensional properties are kind of weird, but shouldn't this really be an SCP? There's nothing special about this containment, and outside of having way more pages than it should, there's nothing in particular special about it. And then we have a response. It hurts. And then we have another response. Granted, but given the abruptness of the contained procedure, I can't help but think this would find a better home in a log of anomalous objects. Also, yes, it hurts. Also, yes, it hurts. It hurts so much, and it won't stop. Why won't it stop? God, I can't. My eyes are deceiving me. And then we have another response. I won't stop bleeding. I'm bleeding into everything. And then we have a new response. Actually, not even a response. A whole new email. Help. I'm a soldier bleeding from a poisoned arrow in my heel, fired from my own bow. I am dying on the floor of the Senate, surrounded by myself and my daggers are wet and dripping. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard how, but like, the reason why I'm so tired is because yesterday I was part of a stream for my friend's like birthday stream. I didn't stream myself, that's why there was no SCP reading yesterday. And I had a Monster Energy, which I rarely do. I really have Monster Energy with me. So there's like one out of 2 in the year. And it kept me up for a little bit longer than I anticipated, and then didn't sleep much. I'm down on the floor in the face of the Senate, surrounded by myself, and my daggers are wet and dripping. You don't have to be sorry, it's my own choices. But that's the reason why I am so tired right now, and I'm glad it's actually not 25,000 words, otherwise I would be here for quite some time. I'm a half animal, disemboweling myself with my fingernails as I lay across my thighs at twilight, my body and my blood spilling across the threshold of the courtyard. And then we have, please make it stop. Oh yeah, I just now realized they're both. Yeah. Let's actually look at the emails who's sending the version. I'm everywhere and I'm everything and all of me is bleeding. Yeah, that's gotta suck. I'm killing myself and being killed by myself, and it just keeps going and going and going. I keep cutting myself open. Ugh. All this is all happening the same day too. I want to stop and I bleed into the pages, and I just want please the story to end. I'm a meta traveler from an antique land who set 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone, stand in the desert near them on a sand half Half sunk, a shadowed visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lips and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor. Well, those passions read, which yet survive stamped on the lifeless things, the hand that mocked him, that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal, these words appear: "My name is Sam Michaels, King of the Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty and despair. Nothing besides remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone level stands stretched far away." Sam Michaels. Yes, we are done. Sorry, the end I did end up being like unable to actually read correctly. I am immediately going to bed. I'm going to snack on something and immediately go to bed because god damn. At least the tea helped me out. The tea definitely helped out big time. Imagine after stream, after turning to Sam Michaels. No, I just walk away and suddenly I turn my PC off, I walk away, I hear it go on again, and I just come back here and there's just a whole dude just sitting there like, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, I've been caught. But yeah.